So hey guys, today I'm going to be explaining polynomial long division. Now, polynomial long division is used to divide longer problems like the one that's shown right now. So, a polynomial long division problem, or a problem where you have to use polynomial long division, could be asking you to factor out to factor 6x cubed minus 25x squared plus 18x plus 9 if the sum of x minus 3 is a factor. Now, if they're telling you that x minus 3 is a factor, you already know that the problem is not going to have a remainder because it factors out perfectly into the problem. That's not always going to be the case because sometimes the problems usually or sometimes have a remainder, but this one doesn't. Now, to set up a polynomial long division problem, you'd basically set it up like any other problem. Now, let me show you how that's done. So after you set up the problem, that's basically how it would look like. Now, this is how you go about dividing this. Now, you have to find a number that multiplied by x would give you 6x squared. 6x cubed. Now, the number that would give you that is basically 6x squared. So, you take that number and set it right on top of the negative 25x squared. The reason you would do that is because you just want to keep everything lined up. So you keep the x cubes on top of the x cubes, the x squares on top of the x squares, and the x's on top of the x's, so it keeps everything organized and neat. Now, you multiply 6x squared times x, and that would give you 6x cubed. And you put that right underneath 6x cubed. And then you multiply 6x squared times negative 3. And that would give you negative 18x squared. You put that right under that number. And then you subtract everything. And then these two would cancel each other out. And then a negative 25x squared minus a negative 18x squared would basically equal negative 7x squared. Now, to continue this problem, you have to bring down the 18x and the 9. So you set that right next to the negative 7x squared. Plus 9. So, now you basically do the same thing for this part too. Now, what number times x would give you negative 7x squared? That would be basically negative 7x, because negative 7x times x equals negative 7x squared. So you go ahead and multiply negative 7x squared times x, and you put that right underneath this, like so, and then multiply negative 7x times negative 3, and that gives you positive 21x. And then you go ahead and subtract that again. These two cancel each other out, so you don't bring them down. And then A positive 18x minus a positive 21x would give you negative 3x. And then, like the first part, you bring down the 9 plus 9. And now you're left with a negative 3x plus 9. Now, you would have to find a number, then multiply times x gives you negative 3x, and obviously that's negative 3. So you set the negative 3 right on top of the 9, and then you go ahead and multiply negative 3 times x, and that gives you negative 3x, and then you multiply the negative 3x times the negative 3, and that would give you a positive 9, and you have a nice polynomial long division problem with a zero remainder. Like I said before, it's not always